right. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for Exploring Dream Vacations by Travel Pros. We are so lucky to have Miss Alyssa Roberts here from Princess Cruise Lines. She is going to go over all the new cruises that are going in 2021 and 22 for Medallion members, all the special services that you're going to receive for being a Medallion member. What an exciting evening. Princess goes to so many places. And so now you get to take a sneak peek of where they're going to go. My name is Jennifer Garris. I'm the president and travel agent with Travel Pros. I'm located in Norfolk, Virginia. We have Miss Glenda here. She is from Houston, Texas. Actually, she's from New Orleans, but she lives in Houston, Texas. And either one of us can help you. And I love that she has on here, call your travel advisor,
right,
which is Travel Pros. So I'm going to turn it over now to Miss Alyssa, and she's going to give you some great information.
All right. Well, thank you, Jennifer, for inviting me. And yes, I always start with keep calm and call a Travel Pros travel advisor because, we have gone through a really crazy last several months and you need the advice of your advisor. And that's why I highly recommend that you start with Travel Pros. And hang on, it's not advancing. There we go. Okay, so I don't know if you can see me or not see me, but here is me. This is when I was in Alaska. This very first picture, I was in the Kenai Peninsula, and there was a boat. We go down and we have a wilderness lodge down in Kenai. And I was on a small boat that went up to the face of the glacier down in the peninsula. And what was interesting about this little boat is that they do not make ice on this boat. So when we get close to the glaciers, they take a big net and they scoop out chunks. And then that's what we use to chill our drinks. And it was the first time I can say I had a glacier margarita. It was quite fun. Okay, and then the next two pictures, they probably should be reversed. This is my husband, Tom. We are actually at the top of a mountain in St. Martin. And if you haven't done the Flying Dutchman, it is the longest, tallest, highest, zip line. Thank you. My brain went dead there. Zip line, actually in the world, it goes down at 56 miles an hour. And so the first picture, with my husband, we're actually at the top. They have a little cabana, and this is where you get your liquid encouragement to actually get in this little contraption and go. It was a lot of fun. I highly recommend it. It's a really fun excursion that we offer in St. Martin. And when you're at the top of the mountain, you actually see both sides of the island. So you can see the Dutch side and you see the French side all at the same time. So I do want to kind of start with, why do we cruise? And honestly, if you look back through the years, people cruise because they want to be together. They want to have great food, great entertainment. They want to be waited on. They want to be with their friends and their family to connect with each other. And that's really one of the big things that Princess offers is we want to have the connection with our loved ones, with the different destinations around the world and new people around the world. And I really, really want you to focus on planning a holiday because when you think about it, you get the most happiness and satisfaction out of the anticipation of a trip. It's all in the planning and the, okay, now where are we going to go to dinner? What are we going to do when we get there? What kind of excursions can we do? That whole anticipation is where you will earn what we call free happiness. And right now, especially after this last several months, this is where we need to get the free happiness. So where are you going to get the free happiness? And that is anywhere in the world of Princess, because we are the destination leader. We travel to all the continents. And, I just start with the A's: Alaska, Australia, Asia, Antarctica, and America. So we are worldwide as a vacation destination, and our cruises go from as short as 3 days. We don't do a lot of short cruises, but we do have a few here and there. But we have world cruises for 111 days, and you can travel all over and see 30 different countries, 56 different destinations. Just really take advantage of that opportunity. So this year in 21, we are returning to the high seas. We are so excited to be back in the water. We did start in Alaska, and we actually on the 26th will be her last departure. So we have actually been in Alaska already for 10 weeks and doing exceptionally well. We've had lots of happy guests up there. And then this month, we will start sailing in Mexico and on the California coast. And then we come to the East Coast in November, when we will be sailing in the Caribbean as well as traveling through the Panama Canal. And we also start in Hawaii a little bit in November as well. But I thought I would give you a quick update on what do we have available to buy already. What is on sale with Princess? You can book Alaska both for 22 as well as 23. And we have 7-night cruises. It could be a round trip, 7-night from Seattle just to the Inside Passage. It could be a 7-night voyage of the Glacier, which is a one-way cruise between Anchorage, Whittier is actually where our ship docks, and Vancouver. And it's those one-way voyage of the Glacier cruises that create what we have and what we call our cruise tours. It's partly cruise and partly land, and we create it as a 10 to 17-day vacation into the Great Land. So also on sale, we have Europe for 22 and 23. And you see Miss Jennifer is sitting, looks like it's almost the same photo, but not quite. But we have 22 and 23 available. We are there always in the summers, usually from about April through November. And we highlight Scandinavia, Russia, the British Isles, Mediterranean, as well as Iceland and Norway. And just like in Alaska, we offer cruises and cruise tours. So if you want to do a 14-day cruise, let's say in the Mediterranean, but you want to extend it on a tour option, we've got lots of opportunities for you to create a full-sized vacation. The Americas is anything that touches the US. And we've got the Caribbean on sale for 22 and 23, California coast. Caribbean is going to be your Eastern Caribbean, Western Caribbean, and Southern Caribbean. We have a few short 5 and 4 days, but for the most part, we're doing 7 days, 10 days, and 14 days in the Caribbean. California coast, great for those of you that are lovers of wine, and that whole opportunity right in there. You get to stop in Santa Barbara, a little bit of San Francisco, Monterey. So we've got some chances in there to visit some of the wineries. And Mexico, we've got both the Mexican Riviera, which is going to be a 7-day down to Puerto Vallarta, Mazatlan, and Cabo San Lucas. And we also do some short cruises as well, 3 and 5 day, basically down to Cabo and Ensenada. And then finally, we've got Hawaii is open for 22 and 23, and we offer 15-day from the mainland. So you can travel from LA or San Francisco, and you'll sail out and around all the 4 islands. You'll stop in 4 of the main islands and then come back into the mainland in the US. And then finally, we have Canada, New England, and what we do there is you've got a 7-day round trip out of New York, or you can do a 10-day one way all the way up into Quebec. And then you've got the opportunity to overnight, and you can do a tour and stay a couple extra days while you're up in Canada as well. Now, the rest of our world encompasses our exotics. It's way too difficult to get into this on just a short amount of time, but we offer Japan, Asia. I will say we're praying for Australia soon. As well as New Zealand, South America, and our world cruise, as I mentioned earlier. Now you see the little sloth down in our left-hand corner. If you watch the Animal Planet channel, and we have a a partnership with Discovery Communications. So we have a real tight partnership with Discovery as well as Animal Planet Channel. But when your guests or when you are traveling through Costa Rica, that's where the sloth sanctuary is located. We actually have a special behind the scenes opportunity that our guests, because of our partnership with Discovery Communications. So that is on my bucket list. I was hoping to get there last year. Didn't happen. This year's not looking so good. So 22, I'm hoping to get to the sloth sanctuary. Now we are here because we want to talk about this really, really cool technology that Princess has put together. It's called Medallion. And you'll see up in that corner, the little tiny quarter size medallion is what is given to everyone when they become, when they get on the cruise. And this is really your, we'll call it a conduit between you and the ship. And this is what you will use everywhere on board. Now, John Paget, he is our, we call him our Chief Experience and Innovation Officer for the corporation, but he really sums it up well. Vacations are the ideal space to optimize our time, and that is our scarcest resource. Every minute you waste in line or you are otherwise inconvenienced is a minute you can't enjoy elsewhere. Given that many of us spend months planning for our vacations, we want the best experience imaginable. And that's where we came up with the Medallion class cruising. So the big question is, what does it do? Now you'll see everyone, let's see, we'll get into some better pictures on how you can wear it or what, how you can display it. But everyone on the ship will get the quarter size medallion. Now it will create contactless boarding for you. You know, and what has been interesting, let me just step back here. We actually introduced Medallion class cruising in 2017. And this is well ahead of what we've experienced over the last 18 months. So while we were sort of shut down, it gave us the opportunity to really expand it and see what is important. People are really dependent on contactless events. They want to know how many people are in different areas, whether you're in a restaurant or you want to have your validation that you've had your vaccine or whatever. Because we had already started the Medallion class, we basically took the months that we were off and expanded it into an even greater possibilities. And the contactless boarding, that basically means that when you have gone through the Medallion and you've signed up, you've gone through registration, you will be signed a time. That's when your embarkation time is. If it says that you're supposed to arrive between 1 and 1:30, just show up then and you will literally walk through, because you don't have to stop. You don't have to give any materials, because all of your registration you have done on your mobile device, because there is an app that we'll chat about in a second. So the contactless boarding, we have the keyless entry system. Now you'll notice that when you get close to the room, your picture pops up and your door unlocks. We're going to wait for that one in the middle for a second. Let's go up to the other corner where it says find your way and find your friends. It gives you that navigation point to point, because you can call somebody and say, hey, I'm trying to get to this place, or how do I get there? Just like Waze. That's exactly how it works on the ship. And you can also find your shipmates. So whether you're trying to, for me, my husband will say to me, hey, honey, I'll meet you at the pool. Well, he fails to tell me which pool, what side of the ship, are we going to be upper level, lower level, and I'm wandering about trying to find him. Now I can locate him to the precise chair, lounge chair that he is at. Also, the Medallion will now start making reservations for you in all of your dining, whether that is in the restaurant or in a specialty restaurant. You can pick the same time, you can pick different times. It's very, very up to the minute application. But my favorite right there in the middle, it says whatever you need delivered. You type it up on your little mobile device and you say, I need a cocktail, I need a slice of pizza, or you can order right out of a specialty restaurant menu. And it's all delivered to wherever you are on the ship. Now this guy's got it going on. He's sitting in the jacuzzi having a cocktail. That's the best place I can think of to have one delivered to me. So when you have, what you need to do is you will download the Medallion class app from either Google Play or the App Store with iPhone. And this is what it looks like, the Medallion class. But all of these different pieces and parts are inside the Medallion. So Ocean Ready, this is how you will get all of your travel documents sent in, like your passport, your vaccine, everything. You take a picture and it goes right in. So you don't have to do too much when you get to the pier. Think about all the times when you went to the pier and you had to, everybody's, excuse me, everybody's congregated together. Then you're waiting in line. You've got to go up and show your paperwork. Then you have to show them your passport. Then you have to show them your ID. No more. Now you can just use all of your travel documentation through Ocean Ready and it will go right into the system. So the stateroom access, similar to Nest, you know, that most of us have that at our homes as well. It's a frictionless entry point. Medallion Net, think of it as Xfinity. We have super fast Wi-Fi. And it's very much like streaming capability, as if you were streaming something on your phone sitting right in your living room. Ocean Compass, that section is an interactive wayfinding and communication. So this, you can either use your phone, your mobile phone, you can use an iPad. We have portals on the wall that you can just pop up and say, hey, I need a cocktail, or I need you to show me directions here or there. Ocean Now is the one that you will use the most by far, because over this last several months, we have all gotten used to having things delivered directly to us. I'm pretty sure most of us, if you didn't have an Amazon account, you do now, and everything gets delivered on demand, whether it's retail items through Amazon or food through Uber Eats. We've all really become used to that as a you know, something for us individually. And that is the part that has the on-demand food, drink, and retail items. So the Ocean View, we've got movies going on, just as if you were in Netflix. We do have the Ocean Casino also as part of this, that you can actually bid real-time dollars sitting poolside playing blackjack. I haven't done it yet, but who knows? Maybe on my cruise at Thanksgiving, I will be playing blackjack sitting by the pool. And then finally, we do have the guest view, and that gives you your opportunity to really kind of make your day every day, and things, activities that they have. You can pick things out and say, this is what I want to do. And it goes into and creates almost an individualized planned day for you. So if for some reason, most of us have mobile devices, but if you don't, we actually are creating, and it should be ready late October, a new web-based Ocean Ready check-in option for all of our guests as well. Because we do know not everyone has a smartphone, but this will make it a much faster, because once you hit the green lane, and the green lane says you've got your passport in, you have all of your checklists done, you have your everything is already done, and once you hit the green lane, you go right in. So when you're on that green lane, when you get to the pier, it'll say, if you are ready, Ocean Ready, and you've got the green check mark, you literally are going to walk in. You will have to show your passport, because even though you've given us a picture of it, we need to know that you physically have it with you. So you walk in, here's my passport, and you basically keep right on walking. So this is part of, you know, bigger photograph of that touchless environment that we have now created with the Medallion. So just like at check-in, you don't need to sign anything because you've already sent the information. Now, right here, I wanted to show you the lanyard that the family is wearing. Everyone will receive not only the medallion itself, but you will receive the lanyard to go with it. So that's all you need, just to have the medallion on your person at all times, because that will help you get into your stateroom. Now you see here, she has bought the necklace, and you just can pop the medallion right in. It's actually on a magnet, and it makes it really simple for moving it in and out of different pieces. Now, I really love this part because as soon as you get close to your room, your face will pop up because it does a quick facial recognition on the iPad behind the room or behind her face. And then the door will automatically unlock. It only remains unlocked for about 6 seconds. And sometimes somebody will talk to you, all of a sudden you turn around, door's not going to remain open forever. So it will relock itself. All you have to do is wave your medallion in front of it. It unlocks it, because I don't know about you, I always end up with, well, in my case, it's usually a cocktail in each hand and my backpack is behind me, and that's where my key is. So then you got to put everything on the ground, take the backpack off, dig around, find your key, put it in, no more. Now, when I walk up with those 2 cocktails, I can hit my elbow on that door and keep on walking. Now, I don't know about this, but the whole coffee, coffee and donuts, no. I think, let's see, a Mai Tai and a margarita sound a whole lot better. So this gives you the idea of the find your way. And just like any other navigation tool, I use Waze all the time. And what she's at is one of our portals. Now, we do have the portals at all of the elevator landings. So, you do not have to have your mobile device with you in order to have all these great accesses, including the Find My Way, find, your shipmate, or even if you're trying to order a cocktail or order food or retail items. Anywhere on the ship, any crew member, everyone can do it for you. You don't have to specifically have your mobile device with you at all times. So on this one, she's saying, okay, well, I'm here. I'm trying to get to the Crown Grill. Where do I go? And you'll see the inset picture. It says, okay, it's going to take you 1 minute to get there. You're very close. You just follow this path down here, turn, and there's the Crown Grill. And that is, by the way, one of our specialty restaurants. It's our steak restaurant. Now, the other piece of this whole location and navigation system is the shipmates. Now, your shipmates will always be your people inside your stateroom. You will always have the opportunity to locate anyone inside your stateroom. Now, if you meet new friends, or if you have a big traveling party, lots of friends and family are traveling together, just like, let's think about Facebook. If you have Facebook and you have to friend request them, and so they can say, yes, you can, we can chat and we can be friends. You would actually do the same thing. You'll just need their booking number. So if my mom is traveling with me and I want to be able to locate my mom, but she's in a different stateroom, all I have to do is put in her booking number. She'll get a little note that said, Elisa wants to know if it's okay that you share your location with her. Assuming she wants to be found, she will say yes. And then that way we can find each other on the ship to make it a whole lot easier. Great for families with kids, because here's a little side note. 18 and above can disable their locator button. 17 and below cannot. So kids can always be found. But the nice thing about the locator button, you can turn it on and you can turn it off at will. But if you don't have it on, then you cannot participate in the food and drink on demand portion This is very important, people. Now, while we're looking at this picture, another option is she has bought a watch. And this watch, again, it's very similar to the medallion necklace that she had on earlier, but this one is a watch band and it pops right in. Now, the thing about the medallion is it's waterproof, it's sandproof. It's awesome because you never really have a need to take it off. So, especially with kids, you can buy. I love these watches that these two people are that have on. And it's a waterproof watch. The medallion pops in, and especially for kids, you can put it on them before you leave home. They have no reason that they have to take it off. And they can swim in it, they can go to the beach, they can play in the sand. All of these options are available to you. Now, this is also talking about the Wi-Fi at sea. If you would like to stay connected back at home, you want to do Facebook, you want to do Snapchat, bar none, the Medallion Net is the best option for any kind of internet service and Wi-Fi available. Now, going back to that whole locator thing, if your locator button is not on, you cannot have the opportunity to have your cocktail, your food, or your retail items delivered directly to you. And that's, again, with the whole pandemic piece of it, people kind of want to have their space. They want to be in their own space. And this allows you to stay where you are, have everything brought to you, and make it a lot more relaxing on your vacation. This is part of that waiting in line, and time is our most precious resource. And you can just hang out poolside on the deck. Ship is sailing at sea, and this is a great time to have a mini celebration. Order up that bottle of champagne and just say, hey, we're celebrating that we're having a great day, a great time, and this is a great life that we're living. So think about what the Medallion is offering you. It's offering you time. It's offering you that opportunity to be together, and the connections that all the way back in the beginning that I talked about, the connections with our loved ones, with the different cultures, as well as new people. So this gives you a little snapshot of what the Ocean Now app actually looks like. It's truly push button. Whatever you want, you can point, click, and that will be delivered directly to you. It could be items for your room. I need more ice. I need pillows. I need a new robe. Or it could be, ooh, I forgot my suntan lotion. I need some new Advil. All those kinds of things can also be included. It's not just food and drink, it's also retail items that can be delivered to you wherever you are on the ship. And again, it doesn't matter if you're in your stateroom and you order up a bottle of champagne, or you're out on the deck, or maybe you're reading a book and you found you have a little cubby hole and you're reading a book, and suddenly, you want a really good hot cup of coffee. And our specialty coffees, awesome if you like Starbucks, and you have to have, that double whip latte with soy, or, I always listen to what people order, and I never quite understand it all, but we have those specialty coffees available on the ship as well. And those are the kinds of things that you can have delivered to you easily. Now, this is brand new. It's called our CrewCall. It's a chat. And this will give you the opportunity to contact a crew member, whether you're trying to find someplace. This one says, I'm looking for the coffee bar. I need that. We have not just the coffee bar downstairs, but we also have something called Coffee and Cones. And it says, well, you're closest to this one, so let's go that way. And it's a chat option between you and a crew member. And what's nice is you're not tied to a specific crew member now. It's whoever is closest and most available to you at that time. So that's why we now have what we call crew incentive, Rather than gratuities, which is what we're all used to, crew incentive allows for everyone to be a part of the community and the part of helping all of you and helping all of our guests all together. So it's not, this is my table, don't touch it. No, everybody's helping everybody. And it's really been a very successful move forward with all of our crew. Now, one thing that we have recently introduced is called Dine My Way. And this is the ultimate in flexibility when you're trying to, have different dining experiences on board. And this allows you four main points: when you want to dine, how you want to dine, who you want to dine with, and where do you want to dine. So when you are on the Dine My Way app inside the Medallion, when do you want to dine? Do you want to eat at 7 o'clock? Do you want to eat at 9 o'clock? You don't have to have the same time every night. Maybe one night we want to go to the show, so we want to have dinner at 6:30 so we can go to the early show. Maybe the next night you're out at a shore excursion and you don't get back to the ship until 6 o'clock. You might want to have dinner at 7:30 that night. But there's also a group of people that definitely want to say, I want dinner at 7 o'clock every night. That's okay. You can plan that as well. But the real flexibility is let's say you do have your dinner planned at 7 and you've had a great time on your shore excursion, you got back really late, you look at it, there is no way I'm going to make it to dinner in 45 minutes. So rather than no show, you can just hop on any of the devices and say, I need to cancel my 7 o'clock and we need to move it to 8:15. Not a problem. So when you want, it's very instant. It's very similar to Open Table. If you've ever made reservations on the app called Open Table. How you want to dine, that really relates to the speed of your dining experience. So again, maybe you're waiting to go to the show that night. So you might tell them, I want a little bit of a faster experience tonight because I don't want to miss the show. So you put in that we want a speedy dining. But maybe the next night you're celebrating your 30th anniversary and you want to have a slow, relaxed dining experience. When you put those little pieces of information in, the crew knows that, and so they will create the dining experience that you choose. Dine with who you want. Not only will it allow you to dine with, obviously your own personal travel party, but maybe you meet some new people. It's those new connections and you'd like the opportunity to dine with them. You can reconnect with those other people and they will all all of you will be put at the same dining table. And where that just basically says, do you want to eat in the dining room? Do you want to go to a specialty restaurant? Because you can make these dining reservations at our specialty restaurants through Dine My Way also. And pretty much I explained most of the dining experiences here. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Order drinks and food anywhere. Yep, I think I pretty much. Oh, that's that second one. Request your table location and dining pace. You can also not just the dining speed. You can also request location. So maybe one night you want to sit by the window. If you're, let's say the sun's going to set around 7 o'clock and you want to have dining at 6:30, so you can be right by the window. So it really gives you a lot of flexibility while you are on board. Now, this is a little mini plug because it got best onboard technology from Reader's Choice at the beginning of 2020, right before everything hit. So we know it was awesome in 2019. And so now that we've even had more upgrades to it, we know it's even better coming back into 21 and 22. So just as a reminder, it is available on all of our ships. So as the ships return to service, so by the end of 21, we will have 8 of our 15 ships in the water. And our goal and our plan is that in the first quarter of 22, maybe into the second quarter, we should have our entire fleet sailing and in our operation. And at that point, all of our ships will be part of this Medallion class fleet. So it won't matter what ship you're on, you'll have these same awesome experiences on all of our ships. Now, I just want to give you a quick update. We have a Cruise with Confidence program, and one element of it is called Book with Confidence. And we want you to know that if you make a booking by December 31st of this year and you're sailing anytime before April 30th, you can change your plans up to 30 days prior to your cruise. If you decide, gosh, you know, I can't go. We will give you any of your cancellation fees back in an FCC, and that means it's a future cruise credit. You're not losing your money, you're just extending it to a different sailing. Because I know that we're all still in, you know, some people are still a little worried about what's going on as well. We should be. But also, we have a COVID protection under our vacation protection plan that you will receive the same FCC and refund if it's inside the 30 days of the sailing date, if you should happen to test positive for COVID. So we are really standing behind what we are and who we are. You're not going to lose your money. You'll just move it on to another sailing at a future date. So we're just trying to create more flexibility and certainly a worry less vacation. Something I definitely want you to understand that on all Princess cruises, we have a program called Princess Plus. And we basically looked at all of the perks that people get mostly. And they usually want the premier beverage package, they want unlimited Wi-Fi, and then the gratuities. So if you had purchased each one of these individually off of our site, it would be a $95 a day value. But how we have recreated the pricing, you actually will purchase it and it's included, and we've only upcharged $40 a day. So it's about a 60% savings on all of these perks that are always the highest in demand. Now, just to kind of give you a rundown, let's just break it down. For $40, well, crew incentive, roughly $15 a day. You're paying for all the crew and all of their services. Wi-Fi is approximately $10 a day, and that's so you can stream and video chat and do all the really cool things you want to do back with your friends and make them jealous that you're on vacation and they're not. And then, so let's look at that. If crew incentive is $15 a day and Wi-Fi is $10, think of it as you've already spent 25 of the 40. So that means that your entire drink package is only $15 a day. And that isn't just, you know, spirits, beers, wine, smoothies, specialty coffees, juices, bottled waters, milkshakes, everything. It's both alcoholic and non-alcoholic. And even if you are not a big drinker, it is a great deal because think about an individual cup of coffee, you know, could be $4 or $5, especially if you're having a specialty coffee. And a beer could be $6 and a drink could be $7. And all of a sudden you've spent $15. Very easy. And, you know, the fact that we also include bottled water as well as soft drinks, it's all included, whether you are drinking the spirits, the beers, and the wine, or you're not. It's a very, very good deal, and I highly recommend it. And we price it in on all of our, anytime you call Travel Pros and you ask them to price out a Princess Cruise, it will automatically include these. So you're getting the best of all of our worlds. Now, I do want to make a shout out to our military men and women to say thank you for your service. And once you have filled out the online application with us, you are automatically enrolled. And this is for active, retired, disabled veterans. It's on any cruise, anytime. And we just offer some additional onboard spending money as a thank you for your service. And once you have already filled out the application and the information with Princess, it will automatically be added to any future cruises, and you will automatically be getting the onboard credit for any future cruise that you book through Princess as well. And just a quick reminder, we have our own air program. It's called Easy Air. And super, super low rates. There's no customization fee. And what's nice is we actually have two different pricing points. One is called restricted and one is called flexible. Restricted air under the program would be like any other .com. You book it, you buy it, you're done. Our Flex Air, which is really the best, is you can book an flight schedule and a pricing, and it holds. You don't actually have to make the final payment until your final payment is with the cruise. But the real kicker is you can go in maybe a month later and, oh, let's just see what flights are available. Maybe there's a better flight. Price could go up, price could go down. It really kind of depends. I've had to do both. So what's nice is that gives you the opportunity and the flexibility to move it and to make the changes. I know with me one time I booked air in day of sailing and everything was good. And then kind of at the last minute before we made final payment, we decided we wanted to fly in the night before. So we went back into the air. I put in a day prior, rebooked it, new air, new pricing, it stuck. And then we ended up flying down the night before, and it was right before we made final payment that we made that change. So it's very easy to quote. You can do it at any point, and you in the booking process to look at what some of the pricings for flights are. So I would like to ask all of you, where are you going next? Somewhere in the world of Princess, and somewhere around our 380 different destinations, we hope to see you. So with that, I'd like to say thank you, and I hope you got a little bit of insight on our new Medallion class cruising, and hopefully we will see you on a Princess cruise. So Jennifer, I am turning it over to see if there's any questions.
Well, I know I personally enjoyed it. I just thought the whole thing was amazing. Am I echoing on your side? Is it just me? Okay, perfect. I learned a lot. I mean, I knew about it from previous clients because they are Medallion members. And this is, you don't have to be a Medallion member now. Everyone is going to be receiving it. And that's truly amazing. I am one for the contactless program, and ease, time management. Any of those are huge qualities that attracts me to want to go on any of these cruises. Definitely, I'm very, very thankful that you're here, and you gave such a great detailed, easy to understand, and showed the examples. I know that people are going to be very grateful that you did that, because, I was looking at it and I'm like, how do you have to wear it as a wristband? I like the lanyard, but I really love the options that you get to pop it into all these different types of things, like a wristband. But it's not like some all-inclusives that give you that plastic wristband that you just want to rip off as soon as you put it on. That scratches you and catches on everything. I mean,
yes,
yours is like stylish. I mean, I loved it. And I loved it how it was on the chain, so that way you don't have to feel like you're carrying it on your wrist the whole time. But if you did, it's cute.
Right.
And the men's was stylish. Yes. You want to match, and you're all dressed up, and at least you can put it with something that is going to look presentable.
That's exactly right.
Not feel like you're in a hospital with the hospital band one. Yeah.
And it's funny, I wear my silver bracelet out during the work week, when I'm out, when I'm coming to visit you, and it just looks like a bracelet. Nobody, I
Yeah.
mean, it takes people a while to figure out that it's my medallion that I'm wearing.
Yeah, no, I like it. It's very stylish, and so this is going to be wonderful. And we'll definitely upload this tomorrow after I add our little pre-part on there, and then our little music and stuff. And we are so grateful again that our Exploring Dream Vacations is being watched on our YouTube channel. Please subscribe. We have all kinds of shows. We have probably 22 on there already from different destinations, and you are going to be back. I think you have 3 more shows coming up.
Yep.
Kennard, which you also represent. You're going to be talking about Alaska in detail. And also I think you had some world cruises on there. I would love to take that 111-day cruise. That's my dream.
It will happen. I am
It
convinced
will happen. I can work from anywhere. And if you have that super fast Wi-Fi in the Infinity, I can definitely work on your ships. Multiple.
Well, that's the best part. If you need to take your work with you, we can make it happen.
Hey, why not? Those beautiful views and enjoying the wonderful food. I'm definitely a foodie. So,
all right.
Well, again, thank you so much. And then we will see you here, I guess, next month is when your next one is. And if anybody has any questions, please give us a contact. Email is info@gotravelpros.com, or you're more than welcome to call us at 757-425-3737. And thank you for joining us.